Hi guys, welcome back to another video in Next.js. In this particular tutorial, I'm going to be talking about one of the amazing image processing library out there in the market. And it's not just the image processing library, but we can process videos as well. So it is being used by many businesses. And the cool thing about this library is that we don't need to call a lot of APIs for processing the image. We just need to update the URL, add the transformation, and it will be applied. And we can have 50 plus real-time optimization and transformation features in this particular awesome image processing library. And then we have a cloud system that it provides, and we can upload our media files. It can be the images or videos in its own cloud storage. And the cool thing about is that we just need to update the URL. By changing the URL, we can change the size of it, we can change the color of it, we can apply different kind of contrast, brightness, and a lot of different features that can make our image performance wise and look wise pretty good. And we have a lot of AI features as well, like we want to change the background, we can want to replace the background with some like AI generated images, and we have a lot of different variations. And this is the one major topic that I will be covering in this particular video. And these are all the different types of AI transformation that I'm going to be talking about in this particular video. Not just the demo, but I will be creating a new Next.js project from scratch, and then I will show you how to configure ImageKit, how to upload images on its cloud storage, and then how to apply different kinds of transformations. On the left side, you can see that we have sizes and crop features, we have overlay features, effects and enhancement features, vector and animated features. For example, here we have this image, and this image is already deployed on its own cloud storage. And if I want to apply some kind of transformation, we don't need to call any API. I just need to update the URL. For example, /tr means transformation, and I just want to change the height of it to 200 pixels. Hit enter, and in just milliseconds it's going to update the size of it. How cool is that? We don't need to do anything just by changing the URL. And ImageKit is not just supported in Next.js. These are all the different cool technologies, modern technologies that you can integrate ImageKit and work with these technologies as well. Its documentation is pretty cool. It guides you step by step how you can configure your project with the ImageKit, install different libraries, configurations, and how you can upload images to its cloud storage. And if we talk about the storages, we can not only upload the images on its own cloud storage for applying all these AI transformations, but it gives you flexibility that you can upload your media files in all of these different types of cloud storages, and then you can apply the URL based transformations on the images which are deployed on these cloud services as well. So you are not restricted to use ImageKit storage, but you can use the ImageKit way of applying the transformation through the URLs directly, no matter where you have deployed your media files, in order to perform URL based transformations. In order to start working with ImageKit and integrating in any of the technologies you are working in, there is a free plan, and it provides a very good number of features that you can use. It is sufficient for small teams and the low traffic, and the cool thing about that, it is forever free. So this is the Next.js project that I'm going to show you how to build from scratch. It includes all of these AI transformation tooltip, and this is where we can upload the images to its cloud storage. So if I click on this upload image, let's try to select this image. So you can see that it is showing the progress. It is provided by the ImageKit library, and here you can see that below this it is showing this original image. And now from the left side, these icons are enabled, and we can hover over it to see what these are doing, and we can perform all these AI operations. For example, if we want to remove the background, we can click on that. All right, so you can see that the background is removed for this bird image. The second option is to also to remove the background, but it is more cost efficient. So let's click on this icon. It worked as well. And third option is about changing the background of any image, and we can write the text prompt, and we can create the background and then apply on any character from that image. Fourth one is about adding a drop shadow to any image. Then we can ask ImageKit AI to improve the quality of any image. We can also upscale and increase the resolution of any image, keeping the quality of image same. We can also ask ImageKit AI to detect the face of a particular character and then crop that particular part. So for now, I have asked it to crop the face of a dog. So this is what it has does. Finally, we can ask AI of ImageKit to detect the most important part of the image. So it detected this dog from a field, and it just zoomed in that dog, and this is what it has shown up to me after clicking this button. Proceeding further, I'll be following this documentation of Next.js ImageKit SDK and this documentation of AI transformation to be integrated in this Next.js project. Just to let you guys know that ImageKit team is amazing and they keep on updating the documentation with some more better steps, some more features and some easy way to integrate your project with ImageKit. So according to my information, they are going to update the documentation of Next.js SDK in few days. So keep an eye on that and always use the latest documentation provided by ImageKit. I'm going to be giving the link of this documentation in the description of this video. So first of all, you need to go to the dashboard, and before that you need to sign up with your account on ImageKit, and then you need to log in. I'm already signed up, so I'm going to click on submit to log in to my dashboard. On the dashboard, this is the home page, get started page, and here you can see that it is giving us different options to get started with it. So first option is upload files or connect external storages like this and set up verify URL endpoint, and on the left side we have a media library where it is showing all the images and videos which are uploaded, and then we have this external storage configurations, and then we have this developer option. This is what we need. So first of all, we need the public key, we need the private key that we will require in order to integrate ImageKit in our Next.js application. And below this, it includes all the different code snippets to get started for different kinds of technologies, but I'm going to show you how to integrate it in Next.js obviously. So before actually copying these details, image ID, URL endpoint, public key and the private key, I just want to show you guys I have this repository for this particular project, and it includes the boilerplate, the initial structure for this project that includes the UI already built. For example, this tooltip, this is the text and the area for showing the images, upload image button and this loading bar. I don't want to spend too much time on designing this layout using a Tailwind CSS in Next.js 15. So to save our time, I'm just going to give you this boilerplate kickstart code that you need to clone. So open this repository link from the description of this video, and you need to copy this HTTP URL copy from here, and make sure you have Git installed in your system. So open up an empty folder in VS Code or any other editor you have, and open up the terminal inside it, or you can use an external terminal as well. So in the terminal, you need to write git clone and paste that URL which you have copied from here and hit enter, and it will clone this default project structure in your computer. Now come back to the dashboard of ImageKit, and we will need three things: URL endpoint, a public key and the private key. But first of all, in this particular project, I'm going to create a new file and I'm going to name it .env.local, and inside it I need to create few variables. So first of all, let's start writing next public underscore public underscore key. I will paste it from there, but let's write another one, next underscore public URL endpoint, and next public auth token, we don't need that. And for private key, we don't want to write next underscore public before the actual name. So in Next.js, when we have a private key that we only want to be accessible in the server components or the APIs in the Next.js, then we don't write next public before that. If we write any environment variables with the keyword starting off with the next underscore public, it means that this is exposed to the client side components as well, which we don't want for the private key. So let's write only the private key underscore key over here. Okay, and lastly, I would need this next underscore public underscore URL. Now I have copy pasted these three different variables from this dashboard. The public key I've copied from there, the URL endpoint and the private key. Private key is something which is related to my account, so you can create on your account. Now let's try to run the project. So in the terminal, first of all, after you clone the project, you need to run this command npm install so that it creates this node underscore modules folder. If it throws an error, you might want to add npm install -- force in your system. Okay, after it gets installed, we need to run npm run dev in the terminal. Now it is asking us to open up localhost 3000, so let's go. Let's go over here and I'm going to run localhost 3000. So it's going to show the default UI. You can see that it includes the default UI. If I click on any of these icons, nothing will happen because this is just the UI. So I'm just going to configure this project first of all with the ImageKit, and it includes this upload image, and we can click on it and it will show us the window where we can select different images. These are the default UI. When we upload an image, it will start uploading it and it will show the progress over here, and uploaded images will be shown at this particular area, right? So let's go to the code base. First of all, we need to configure next.js project with the ImageKit. So let's go to this documentation and we have this quick start guide. I'm gonna click on this next.js. Okay, so let's go down. So this is the package which we need to install. So let's no, this is not, this is to in order to create the next.js project which we have already created, right? But below this is the package which we need to install, ImageKit hyphen next. So let's copy that. So let's stop the terminal for now, the server of next.js, and let's paste it over here, right? So let's install it. So this is going to get installed inside this package.json file. It should be added in these dependencies, right? So this is added, you can see that it is added. And now let's go over there, and this is something which we have already done by creating the .env.local file, right? And these are the default built-in components which are given by the ImageKit hyphen next, which we can use. So image ik image is used to show the image, ik video is used to show the video. Ik image provider is something which we need to wrap over components within this, okay? And this provider gives us different options that we can configure it with the keys, private key, and the URL which we have already added in our env file. And this is ik upload, which we can use to upload image, which can gives us some options to manage the progress, how much the media file has been uploaded to its server, okay? And this is also which we can add wrapping the different elements of our tsx of React components. And this is the basic example. We don't want to do that because we have our own UI. And this is the default CSS. We don't want to copy that as well. And this is something which we want to add in our next config in order to load images, because in Next.js, if we are loading any images from the CDN, from the external URLs, this is something we need to add in our next config. So over here, this is something which I have already configured in the default base project structure, which you clone from the GitHub. And that's good so far. And then it is just showing a simple example that we can import the ik image from this particular package which we have already installed, and we can apply different URL endpoint path and apply width and height to it, okay? And then we can also show it like this ik image URL endpoint, but this is something which we are going to skip for now because there is a better way to show the images and to add this URL endpoint, right? So let's go below. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap all the components within this ImageKit provider and give the URL endpoint to this ImageKit provider, right? So let's go over there. This is the app. This is the page.tsx file, and this is the main layout. This is loading this ImageKit AI transformation. So I will be moving towards this, and this is the main file which I will be working on. And here you can see that it includes this return statement that includes this div. And inside this div, I will be wrapping that ImageKit provider with it. So ImageKit provider, I'm using cursor, so AI is a little bit helping me out, but meanwhile, I'm just explaining you each and every step. So ImageKit provider, let's close that, but let's come inside it. And now I need to have a public key. And then I need to add the URL endpoint. And then we have authenticator. So in order to work with Next.js, we have to configure our provider for the server-side components as well. And this is the way which we can do. So just follow the steps which I am writing over here. So authenticator equals to and then authenticator. This is something which I need to create. So I'm just going to cut it from there. Let's come to an end and wrap everything inside it. And it is giving me an error that I need to import it. So let's copy that, add import from ImageKit IO next. So this is what I have imported now, right? So let's save it. Now let's bring in these variables from that env file which we have created. So let's add these variables at the top maybe. All right, so this is already added, right? So public key, we can copy it from here, and URL endpoint, we can copy it from here. And authenticator is something which we need to add from that documentation. So in order to add the authenticator, we can actually go to the docs and let's find that out. So authenticator, let's see, we have, so this is the one which we need actually, right? So let's copy that as it is, and I'm going to paste it right within this ImageKit AI transformation declaration for this particular component. And now let's copy that and let's paste it over here, right? So this is throwing an error. So what we can do is we can simply for now give it an any type, so that error should be gone, right? So let's overview it. So this is something which we have already added. So this will not work in production. So we have already created a variable in our env file. So in order to make it dynamic, we have to load that base URL from that env file. So this is the API which we need to create yet, and it will return us a response. If there is the response is through an error, means that we are using the subscription of ImageKit, although it provides a very decent free tier as well, which we can use. But if we have used pretty much all the tokens of that free tier, then it will obviously not return a proper signature and the token. Otherwise, it will throw an error, right? So this is the base structure which we need to add, right? So below this, which we can add multiple functions for uploading the files, but for now let's go ahead and create this API. But if we go to this documentation, it must give us that API, but yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I can give you a quick introduction on that API creation. So API/auth, this is the folder which we need to create, and inside it we need to create route.ts file, right? So inside this, I'm simply going to paste a code snippet. So this is the code snippet which I have added, and this is the one package which we need to install as well. So npm install paste ImageKit is required for the server side code, right? So this is installed. Let's save it, and you can see that the error is gone, and these are the things which are coming in from that env file, and it is giving us this request, and this is returning the response. So this is pretty much it we need to write in this particular file. Right now, I want to show you one store. So I'm using Zustand for managing the global stores, because we have multiple components. Like AI toolbar is showing these icons on the left side. When we are going to be clicking on it, we need to actually maintain the different components, and communication should be handled. We can use Redux, Context API, but for this particular app, I'm using the Zustand, and I've already created a basic global store. So I have created this basic store. This is the simple interfaces which I have created, AI transformation types which I have added. So these are the different types of AI transformation which we can perform. And then this is the simple interface. These properties are provided by the ImageKit. So I have fetched from the ImageKit. This is an interface: URL, file ID, name, type, thumbnail, URL, and the size. And these are the simple interface for the data which I'm going to be managed as a global state, to share data from one component to another component. So what kind of data I need to save and to share globally. So uploaded file is something which we need to share from one component to another component. Progress is another thing which we can actually manage in order to share data from one component to another component. Is uploading to manage the progress, to show the progress. Folder type, I have managed and constructed this interface and this global store using Zustand, so that you can build up a large application on it. Later on, you might want to upload for the videos as well. So this folder type is to manage whether it is a image type or a video type, so that on the dashboard it creates a separate folder for images and the videos, right? Active transformation, if the transformation is right now active, during the progress of transformation being applied, I don't want any other operation to be performed. Why? Yeah. So transformation image URL is something which we can pass to the AI toolbar to this ImageKit component is transforming. And these are the functions that will be modifying the values of these variables. This is the actual store. I'm giving the default values initially when we start a project, and this is a function which we can call from different components to modify these variables, right? And by passing different parameters. So when we use the stand, we are actually enabling our project so that these variables can be accessed and shared the updated value from one component into another component, no matter if they have any parent-child relationship or not, right? So let's close that. Now let's come to this particular file and let's start applying few logic over here. So we have this interface upload error which we will be using. It will be giving us image and this particular type. Upload event is something which we require as well. So now this is a client side component, obviously, because it requires some event. So inside this we need a few variables. So const, let's create a variable ik upload ref. We need a reference variable so that we can apply transformations. Default value can be null. Const, and this is something which we need to fetch from the Zustand store which I just showed you. Let's hit tab because I'm using the AI tool, so let's use that. These are the variables which are fetched from that store, and we have already imported it like this, right? So we will be needing this set uploaded file, set progress, set is uploading, and we will also be needing the progress value because we need to show the value, the updated value to that slider, right? And this is something which we have fetched, and after that we have added this authenticator. That is pretty much fine. And then below this we can add different error handling. So const on error, later on we will bind it with the component, the UI part. So let's select it, right? And then inside it, let's log that out for our easy understanding. So logging the error, and then set is uploading equals to false. If there is an error, we want to stop uploading to the server, the ImageKit server, right? And then if it is successful, then obviously we need to create on success function as well. So let's add that. So response, and then we will be passing this whole object. Okay, this is the first parameter, and then let's write an arrow function and let's log the response inside it, and let's add set is uploading to false. But before that, let's bring in the content from the uploaded file if it is successful, right? So to fetch the content from the uploaded file, we will be needing file ID. We need a name of type string. We need a URL of type string. We need thumbnail of type string, and then the size. What we have next, we have the file path of type string, file type of type string, and then we can have height and number. Okay, let's add, so these can be optional, right? So let's add this height and width over here. So here in this variable, in this function, we are setting up the global state variable. So rather than starting off with the file ID, let's add the URL, response.url, and it is showing us different things. So let's select it. So we have this file ID from response.file ID, name, we have this type. So we are actually only considering the image over here. Okay, we are not handling the video right now, but you can later on configure it according to your needs if you want. So I'm simply going to give the type image because we are only considering the image AI transformation. AI is only available for images right now, but they are going to add the AI transformation for videos as well later on. So size response dot size and the thumbnail URL response dot thumbnail URL. And after that, after the it got successful, we can stop the uploading by setting this particular variable. There are few more things that we need to add. So let's add the on upload start equals to an EVT. This is going to be of type upload event, upload error, not upload event. Yeah. Let's add an arrow function, and then we can write console.log and EVT for our, and let's set is uploading is true, and then we have set is progress 0. Okay, if it is started, we don't need this, it is added by AI, so I'm just going to remove it. Then we have get folder name. This is something which we would need as well. So from here I'm simply going to return this my images, and this is the folder name which I want to create while uploading the images on the dashboard of ImageKit, right? So this is pretty much it. We need to write above this return statement, right? And we are going to be utilizing these functions from here in this particular div elements, right? So here we have this particular button. If I show you this UI, this is the button, but this is not something which we want to click. We have a built-in IK upload component provided by this next.js. If I go up, you can see that this is the IK upload which we can use, but we still want to show the design of upload image. There is a trick which we can use. So here after this class, we can add another click event on click, and then we can have this ref click. So we can add this reference to this IK upload component. Okay, so then we have to have another IK component that we can add. So IK upload, which is from ImageKit, let's close it, and first of all let's add that ref to it. So this is going to be the IK upload ref, right? So now what happens is this is not visible actually, but when we are clicking on this button with this design, it is actually not clicking this button, it is actually clicking this upload IK component, because we are triggering this one over here, right? So this is a bit trick. Now we have a lot of different options. First of all, we have on error. We have already created a function on error, and we have added this on success function as well. We have already added on upload start function as well. Yeah, so after the on start, we have on upload progress function as well. Have we added that? Okay, so I think we have missed that particular part, so let's add that. So now I'm going to add on upload progress event, and then we have this particular thing. So I'm not going to select this one. I'm going to write progress loaded number, and then we need total. Okay, so there is a logic for maintaining the progress. It requires some percentages, so I'm just going to add the logic, just logging the progress, which is going to be passed from here. So it gives us a built-in progress and the total keys directly this particular component. So we are utilizing the built-in features, and then we are rounding it and dividing it with progress total, multiplying with 100, and it's going to keep us updated what is the current progress of it. Now though you can see that the error is gone. Okay, next we need the style. This is the default style is going to be null, and we need the folder name where it needs to be uploaded. So the folder name is added, right? And after that, we have a lot of validation options. For example, what should be the minimum file size to in order to be uploaded on the server? We don't want to allow people to upload a GB's file for images, or and maybe the terabyte file. So this is something which we can ignore. What should be the image types we want to allow it, like the PNG, JPEG, and what should be the file type of it. So now it has a built-in validate file function which we can add. This is where I'm detecting that whether the file size is under 100 MB or not. This is where I'm managing the valid types. Okay, and we need to return true over here, right? So I'm just going to save it. So below this, we have this one, and rather than one, we need to update it with the progress. Okay, so let's copy that. We need to add this progress over here as well. And then we need to add progress over here as well. And then in the image viewer, I'm just going to comment this for now. I just want to test right now that whether the image gets uploaded on the ImageKit server or not. So npm run dev, this is something which I'm going to hit in the terminal. Right, so let's refresh this page. All right, so now let's click on upload image. You can see that it is showing the default image that I have in my system. So let's select one of these. So let's select this particular image and let's open this up. Yeah, you can see that it is showing this uploaded. It's showing 100% uploaded. So let's go to the media library. Let's refresh this and let's click on my images. This is the folder name which gave to it. So let's click on that and you can see that it has successfully uploaded on ImageKit server. So it means that our implementation have worked perfectly fine. So on the dashboard, we have different options for the settings. For the images settings, we have these 4 types of settings. For the optimization, I would suggest you to go through different descriptions, and we want to enable or disable according to your needs, which you can do. And then we have the image quality before delivery, and then we have a device based for the desktop and the mobile security related settings. So these settings will be enforced when a user will try to upload images on our platform, on the website which we are building, right? Now let's try to show the image on this area below this, right? So you can see that we are actually putting the content of uploaded file in this particular global state variable set uploaded file, and this is the URL, and using this URL would actually show the image, right? And below this we just commented that out. So let's uncomment this, let's save it, and here it is showing the default UI which I added for you in the cloned repository. And let's open this up, image viewer, right? So first of all, we have this image viewer, and inside it we have to create that const uploaded file. Okay, so this will actually contain all these details which we have actually stored over here, right? Let's save it. So we have got uploaded file, and then we want to check if the uploaded file is correctly added, whether it contains the type or not. So let's add this condition. If the uploaded type exists or the uploaded type is not equals to image, then we are simply going to return null. You might want to remove this condition if you are supporting and creating an application for uploading the videos, right? So then we have to actually bind the URL from inside in our code. So here you can see that we have added a lot of ternary operators, and this is where I need to show the original image using the IK image, right? So IK image is built in, provided by that package. So I'm going to write IK image from ImageKit, and inside it I'm simply going to add the different properties. Okay, so let's add that, let's hit, and let's add these properties. So it is requiring the original path, so let's get the original path from there. So we have this condition. So below this we can actually get the path from it. So let's add the get path from URL equals to URL of type string, and then we have to slice that URL. So this is something which we need to add. So URL have a lot of different things. We only want to get that particular ID for that image. So if I go to this image dashboard, media library, my images, let's write, copy the URL, and let's hit that. Okay, so this is where our image exists. Okay, and I don't want to copy everything before this, so I want to split that out, and I only want to fetch the name of it. Okay, so this is what I'm doing over here, right? So, and then we need to store that in a variable original path which we are binding below. All right, so now we have actually logged that out, and we are actually passing that uploaded file the URL to it, and then we are again getting that in this original path. Now the error should be gone below. Okay, if I go there, it will still not show because of these ternary operators which we have added. So for somehow, just for showing these purposes, so I'm just going to comment everything from here, and then this, let's comment this one as well. Let's save it. It's still showing because of this. So what I can do is I can right now write false over here. All right, so now you can see that it has started showing the uploaded image perfectly fine, and we are able to see this particular image. And obviously I'm going to remove it and putting some actual variables over here. Let's work on the transformation part now. Okay, so first of all, in the image viewer, as you know that I already showed you that I am maintaining these particular variables for sharing the data. So we will be needing these active transformation image URL is transforming and uploaded file. So let's go over here, and first of all, I'm going to import few things. So we have already imported the uploaded file. We will be needing to the transformation image URL. We will be needing is transforming. We will be needing active transformation, right? So we have got that, and then we will be needing another variable like const image error, set image error, and use state is false. Obviously we need to import that, and it is a client component, so we can use these. Okay, we have already added this condition, we have already written this thing, and then we have this original path. So what kind of transformation we want to fetch? So we want to actually get if we need to show the transformation or not, if the image transformation process is complete or not. So there is another thing which we need to add here. So we need to define the get transformation name. This is what we will needing to show that what kind of transformation is something which we have applied, right? And in order to detect the transformation types, if I show you the AI toolbar, this is where I have added the AI transformation array, and this is, it includes the ID and the name. So I will be processing this data and matching it with the ID and name. So this kind of information, ID and name, I need to add over here as well. So I've already constructed an array for the ID and name to save over time. So this is something which you need to write. So this is something which I've added. Now the last thing before this return statement is to handle the errors. So let's add that. So if is transforming an image error, then keep this error equals to false. And then we have, in fact, we are not going to show this error over here, only is transforming, then the error is not going to be shown again. Okay, so now below this we have this h2, so we need to show the heading. In the heading we want to show either we have shown the original image, or the error loading transformation, or the name of it, what kind of transformation is something which we have applied. Okay, so this is the condition which will handle this show transformed. If the transformation is fully happened, then we are going to call this function, and it's going to give us this particular name of that transformation, the string. Otherwise we are going to simply show the image error, otherwise this, or the original image is by default, right? So let's go, and you can see that it is showing original image because we have not it does not returning anything, and there is no image error as well, right? And then if the image transformation is being applied, then we are checking if is transforming, right? Then this is going to work. If the transformation is done, then we are simply going to, so let's uncomment everything that I commented before, like this. All right, let's uncomment this line as well and remove these from here. All right, so we are good over here. And show transform image using regular image component, right? So rather than adding true, I can write show transformed, and inside it I will be using the image component of next.js. Otherwise, if there is an error, so let's write image error, then we are going to show the error, and we can actually create a button to retry the transformation. Okay, so inside this we have this kind of code that we can add. So if there is an image error, we can show failed to load transformed image, or the transformation may still be processing or encountered an error. And below this, we can add the button, the try again button, if there is an error. Okay. So this is the button which I've added. If I click on that, we can start the process again, and we can use the store, get state, set active transformation to null, set timeout. So this is the logic which I have built. And by the end of this video, I'm going to show you how you can get this already written code. Yeah. So now this will show the button. At the end, it is showing the original image, and below this, toggle the button to switch to see the original image after the transformation image is fully done. So this is something which we can add over here. So let's try to add the code for this. So rather than this particular div, I'm simply going to add this code. So this will show the original image back if we want to apply some other transformations, like on click, it is going to reset all the states, and error message will be reset as well. So let's go. It is not showing anything because of these validations. Now one thing is left, is to actually show the transformed image, and obviously I will need to update these variables. Transformed image URL is transforming active transformations from my AI toolbar, and then it will be automatically updated over here because it is a global state managed by Zustand, and it will be automatically updated over here, and these condition will be applied and it will be re-rendered automatically, right? So here we can actually show the transformed image. So let's add that. Rather than showing this particular div, I'm going to add this image. So let's import this image from image component of next.js. Right, so error is gone. All right, so now we are done up till now, and we need to now go to the AI toolbar and modify these variables. So let's open up this file, AI toolbar.tsx, right? So inside this particular file, we have imported a lot of things for supporting the UI first of all, and here we will be needing a few things from that store, the Zustand store. We will be needing the use file AI store, and also we will be needing AI transformation type. Okay, and let me explain you what this array is doing. It includes the ID name and also the icon which we need to show, and the params and this description. So if I hover over it, you will see that it show this pop-up, and it's quite useful that what this icon is doing, right? And this param is quite an interesting thing which we need to understand. If I go to this AI transformation documentation, you can see that it is in beta. There are a few limitations which we need to consider. So this AI transformation takes a bit extra time as compared to the basic transformations, like the changing the size and effects, like the resizing and crops, overlaying an image, effects and enhancement, changing the brightness and contrast. These are the basic. AI transformation takes a bit extra time. And I will be sharing the link of this AI transformation docs, and you can go through all the limitations. It's in beta, and they will be surely updating these limitation and documentation as well. So let's go down and let me go to this URL, right? So in order to change or remove the background of this car, how they have actually added this param, query param, in the URL. So after the main URL of this image, we need to add the tr, means transformation, equals to e and then remove .bg. These are the params that I have added in this particular param key, and it will be automatically processed and added as a query param, and the logic is something which we need to write below this particular array, right? So this is something which we need to add, and the different kinds of transformation have different ways to apply these params. For example, changing the background of it require it to write this e change bg, prompt, and then the text, what background which we want to configure for a particular object in that image, right? So let's come back, and we have already imported these, and below this particular array we have already imported this. Hover is all automatically getting applied, and then we will be actually needing to import const, and we need these two variables, plus we will be needing uploaded file, and active transformation is already imported. Set active transformations, set transformed image is also needed. What else we need? We need is transforming as well, and then we can add set is transforming. Okay, so I think these are enough which we will be needing, and then we have to disable up all the transformations if the transformation is happening first of all, right? If it is in progress, then we want to disable that. So this is a variable which we can bind over here in order to disable all the icons, right? So below this we can create different functions. So handle tool click. So if somebody click on that particular thing, this is something which we can handle. Let's add an ID to it. So inside it we can apply different things. So I'm going to put the code, and obviously I will let you know by the end of this video that how you can get all this pre-written code after I complete this small project. So let's paste this. Is disabled, return active transformation equal to ID. If it is already applied, we are simply going to return that this transformation is already applied, and set active transformation equals to this transformation, and applied transformation is a function that we need to create actually. So let's create that function. So below this, let's add this particular function. You can see that it is doing a lot of things, making the progress enabled. Then we are detecting what kind of transformation it is, fetching the original URL, appending the original URL with the transformed option dot param. Okay, this is what we have already defined above, and then just simply logging set its transformation URL, just so that small delay that UI updates correctly. Okay, this is already done, and now let's come down, and here we are already iterating through that. So this is something which we can configure, and this is the button. It contains that icon, and when we are gonna click on this button, and this is where we need to call this particular function handle tool click. So let's come over here, and on click, this is where we need to write handle tool click, and then we can pass the ID to it, right? And we need to uncomment this will allow us all the icons to be disabled if the transformation is being applied for that particular icon. Okay, and then we have this tooltip hovered ID, we can allow it. So in this false, we can actually add is transforming, then transformation is in progress, and uploaded file here, and then we need to add active transformation equals to the tool ID. This is currently being applied. So for this file, I think that's pretty much it. So let's save it. Our server is running. So before I actually test this out, I just want to let you guys know that if you run into any kind of error or the issue in the code during this tutorial, then there is another branch in this repository called dev branch. Dev branch contains the whole code which I have written so far, and you need to check out the dev branch, take the latest changes, and then you can run this project. So let's go and try that out. So let's refresh the page first of all, and let's upload one image. I have uploaded this image. Let's try removing the background by clicking on the first icon. It worked. Let's show the original image, and now let's click on the second one. It is more cost efficient. It will also remove the background. This effect also worked. It removed the background. Now let's see what we have here. So we have this original image. This particular icon is for changing the background. As you guys know that in code, I added the prompt for changing the background and add a shiny blue sky. So let's click on that. It worked as well, and you can see that it has applied some clouds and some shiny blue sky. Click on show original. Let's click on this drop shadow now. So the shadow is applied to this bird, although in the sky there won't be any shadow for the bird, but still it is thinking that the bird is like near the ground and it has applied the shadow. But we can try this effect with other images as well, which are running on the ground, but it will work perfectly fine. For improving the quality of an image, I don't want to upload that bird image. Instead, let's upload another image. So maybe I want to upload this dog one. So let's try to improve this image. So it's getting uploaded. Let's see what we see below. Okay, so now it's visible. Now let's try to click on retouch. So after a few seconds, it showed this image. Although this image was a PNG, there was no background. So I think it has added this black background, which is fine because it was a PNG, and maybe it converts the image into JPG. And I think that this dog pixels looks better now. What do you guys think? For improving the quality of image, let's try to upload another image. Maybe this tiger one, because it looks a bit blurry. So it's getting uploaded. It should be visible just now below. All right, so it's visible. Let's try to click on this upscale, increase the resolution. But first of all, let's try to open up on a new tab. This is where our image is applied, and this is the size of image it looks like. Okay, the reason it has cropped the legs because the parent container div in my code is having the fixed width and height, which is a square. So that's why it is showing like a square. Okay, so let's click on that. So this is the image. It has upscaled and the quality of image looks better now. The corner of this tiger does not look blurry. What do you guys think about it? Now we have last two options. First one is the face crop. So I have asked in the prompt that detect a dog face and then crop that dog face. So I need to upload an image that contains some kind of dog, and it will crop the face of that dog. Okay, so let's upload that. First of all, let's refresh this page. Let's upload that, and we can have this dog. So it have this cat and dog. So let's try to upload this image. Okay, it got some time in order to upload. Maybe the resolution of image was quite big. All right, that's fine. So this is the image. Now after clicking on that, let's see if it cropped the face of this dog or not. All right, you can see that after clicking on this particular icon, it cropped the face of the dog and it worked perfectly fine. Now let's navigate back to the original one. And what is that? Smart crop focus on the most important part of this image. Let's try to upload another image. For example, let's upload this one. So this is the most important part of the image, this kid one. So maybe it will be able to crop this part, the face of this kid. Okay, so it's getting uploaded. Let's try to see. All right, so this is the image. Now let's try to click on this smart cropping. All right, so I think it has zoomed in and it is focusing on the most important part of the image. All right, guys, so we are done with this tutorial. Let me know what you think about the ImageKit. I have used a lot of other image transformation libraries before this, and I find ImageKit one quite amazing because of its UI based transformation. And you can see that this is quite good. It provides a lot of extensive technologies where we can integrate ImageKit with, and a lot of some cool features on the video APIs as well. And if you have your media files already upload on some external third-party external storages like these ones, then you can still use the ImageKit library in order to apply the image transformations. So that's pretty much it for this particular tutorial. I'll be creating more videos on Next.js and ImageKit and some more technologies. So thank you so much for watching, guys. See you in the next video.